Alright, welcome back everybody to another stream, another Sega stream. We're back to this game again. So I wanted to look up to see who made this game. It looks like it was Kodansha Research Institute. That doesn't actually sound like a game development. Oh. Yep, this is the reason why you do save states, is because of crap like this, is that it did not save it. It did not keep the save file. So I'm gonna alright, there we go. You see, this is why you do save states, everybody, is that if I did not do any save states and just relied just on the save mechanism of this file, then we'd have to be doing the entire thing back all over again. So, yeah. So I guess saving and stuff doesn't really help in this game a whole lot. Alright, so last episode we got Misty, we finally busted her out, and it was kind of a weird kind of a sequence here, I'll start the timers. It was a weird kind of a sequence kind of thing, was that I found the bandit camp like early, but the problem was that I didn't really do the thing that kind of like triggered the sequence to where it would show the prisoners and stuff in the bandit camp. So I came across an empty bandit camp, and then I finally found the king. He told me to go to find a mysterious herb, and then things happened, and then I got stripped of all my gear, and then I was back here and stuff, and then finally I could go inside of the bandit camp and finally save Misty, and so we finally got Misty. So, all right, the first thing we got to do for sure, so we got to find a sequence of stuff of like events in order to find out what to do next. So I guess for starters and stuff, we'll go back home, and then we'll see if there's anything here. I'm home, mother. Must be tired to try to get some rest somewhere. I tried to get into rest earlier, but I don't think it really did anything. Yeah, that's kind of, it says to like do this for rest, but not really sure if you can. Okay. Alright, let's rock and roll. So there's nothing to do there. I want to see if having Misty with me will trigger something. There used to be a path going south from here. I wish I could jump over there. Yeah, so apparently I got to find some kind of jump command for that. Alright, let's head into here. Let's check out. I don't think that these guys will really have anything for me. I don't think so. So I'll try going into the houses. You didn't just steal a bunch of stuff from my house, did you? No. I don't think there was anything in the pots, now that I remember. Probably meet a lot of people on your journey. Yeah, probably. Alright, these guys are pretty much saying the same stuff. I think the only thing that really changed probably is the king, but let's check it out. Have you figured out the source of all evil in the world yet? I'm still working on it. I beg your forbearance a little while longer. Okay. So, apparently, from what I'm gathering here from the king, is that I gotta find the source of all evil in the world. And well, I thought that he would give it, I don't know if he would have given me a quest since I have Misty with me, but nope, it's still gonna be the same thing. But stick with it. Yeah, isn't that the underrated comment of the century, probably? Okay, so I don't think there's really anything to do here. Let's see, I think that's the maid I talked to earlier. Let's see, nothing in here. It's locked, of course. That's probably the queen's chamber. You would deign to speak to me, the guy that has the weird word. I guess there's a girl down there, but let's see, one of the nannies, I think, one of the maids. King detests the gaudy. It's locked. Okay, nothing here. Alright, I don't think there's anything in this town. I think I gotta progress forward with Misty. I think that's what I gotta do. Alright, so let's head out of here. Yep, we're right back out into the village. Yeah, this is the rental store. I don't think I've ever rented anything from that store, have I? See, I think Misty already learns Misty, or learns heal. Broadsword. Sickle and chain. See, is a broadsword better than a short sword? I'm probably guessing yes. I mean, I got a short sword, so it only makes sense that the broadsword would be more tough than the short sword, right? Yeah, it goes up to 300. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Depends on how bad you want it. How much I badly want what. How bad I want the source of all evil, probably. Well, it's good to see you, Teddy. Thanks for joining the stream. Name somebody Candy for me. I don't know, Twizzlers? Let's see, I don't think I've actually been to this house in the corner. You know, a while back there where there was a large earthquake, then the earth was torn asunder, and we can't visit the village south of here anymore. Yeah, because I need the jump command from somewhere. Prince Abel is a very special boy. Oh, actually, I think I have been here before. The king has 2 wives, respect. Definitely a controversial topic in today's climate. How bad do you want to beat 881 games? More than anything. It's actually been one of my dreams for a couple of years now. So, yep, I'm definitely going to do it. Yep, even though that this game is standing in my way at the moment, I'm still going to do it. Yeesh, it's kind of funny that the hotel people is not back. Beat 1,000 games before the year 2000. Let's see, Jordan only... Oh, let's see. Jordan only... Oh, owned? Is that owned? Only owned 880 games? See, Shopkeeper isn't here either. Hello again. The game kind of reminds me of Earthbound in its visuals and gameplay. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, about that and stuff. This game is very deceptive, as it looks very nice and pretty and stuff on the outside, but I've been doing nothing but grinding the entire time. So it is it's definitely been one of the biggest grinding games you could ever ask for. Oh, this place was locked before. Probably get out of town while the getting's good. So you're gonna... I hid like a coward when the bandits attacked the town. Yeah, the door was locked when I got here. Jordan only beat 700 games. That's enough. Are you referring to Jordan like a YouTuber or some famous person? I probably don't really know about him. Almost no one is left here. I think I'll have to move to Liam. Okay, there's nothing here. And the grandpa died, so obviously there's nothing to follow through with that. I was chilling in Liam for the day, and when I got back, I saw bandits. Yeah, this was like the only person that was here when the bandits attacked. Alright, I think there's no other way to get past it. I am going to have to head up north, and I am going to have to grind, and... Well, first I got to get some equipment for Misty first. Oh, Michael Jordan, the basketball. Oh, you're referring to that Michael Jordan. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, yeah, if he did that many games, then I envy him in order for sticking it out for that long, for sure. All right, let's see if there's anything in this town, and if not, then I'm going to have to start grinding. I'm Sailor Child. I'll fight as long as you have dreams. What, you think I'm weird? We're all weird. We all play games. We're all weird. Embrace it. Actually, it has more of a Zelda-like appearance. Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of reminds me of Dragon Quest in a way, actually. Oh, with the visuals, with the music, and the things that are going on. Just the only thing is the gameplay. The gameplay is... Ugh. Let's see. The town has changed since the church was built. I don't think there's anything to follow on with the church, I don't think. Monsters outside the town, so I'm afraid to go out there. Good choice. Yeah, don't. I have to get a pack of herbs and hasn't come back yet. Well, it's a lead, at least. So I will strive to be like Michael Jordan, I guess. My line hasn't been translated yet. Oh, he meant that literally. You believe in Jesus or Buddha? As long as you believe in something, you'll be saved. Okay, that's the rental shop. Let's see. Next, I gotta find the armor shop here in a second. Okay, I don't have any afflictions, so won't do anything. Let's see if we can get some equipment for Misty. Let's see, what do you have? You have a cotton shirt and a wooden staff. You have some kind of wooden mouse whistle. I don't know what that does though. Yeah, let's see what we got for equipment. Got great prices. Yeah, there's a leather whip. Let's see. Okay, so Misty can use the leather whip, which is good. Okay. Oh, thankfully the equipment is like super cheap. And then the leather suit, pretty much. Okay. Beating a game every week is normal. Take it a week is easy to do. That's 100 games average beaten. I agree with you in that I do have a certain amount of limit that I do, and how much I'm going to allow myself to play every single week. It's going to be 15 to 20 hours a week. Is that I do agree is that if I let myself to play it quite a bit long, then I'm going to burn myself out. So I set myself a limit is that I want to do at least 15 hours. So that way there's a decent amount of progress going. And I'm okay with that because, I mean, these are supposed to be fun at the end of the day. It's not supposed to be an obligation or like a big work project or anything. And then 20 is going to be the maximum so I don't burn myself out or anything. So that's the amount of time I'm going to dedicate to this project every week. But it varies a lot on what games will get done faster than others. Like this one, just like Lemmings 2, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take about 30 hours plus. So it's going to take quite a bit. Okay, let's see. Looks like the leather suit is a little bit better. Cultist Road. Okay. All right. But yeah, it could vary a lot on how many games get beaten in a week. It could be 1, it could be 6. But I just work with it as it goes. I don't really have a quota for how much I'm beating a week. And the NBA game team winning 50 games every year, that wouldn't surprise me. They were definitely very influential back then. Let's see. Let's see. I'll keep the dungeon key just in case. You never know. Yeah, let's sell the cotton shirt. And I'll keep the wooden staff. I don't know if that like enhances your magic or anything, so just to be on the safe side. Okay, and then let's get rid of the cultist robe, I suppose. Any other ideas you have in mind after you tackle this massive project? There is a very good chance that I'll probably retire. Is that I've kind of done my share. As I've done countdown projects I've been wanting to do for years, and then this is like a 5-year project in itself, so either I am going to retire or I'll probably go back to countdown making a little bit, but I am not really sure. That's kind of way far in the future, but more likely retire. Sometimes I think about the prospect of beating every game in my library. When I combine physical and then digital copies, it's almost 2,000 games, lol. So settle for just at least playing them all. Well, that helps to kind of keep a backlog of it too. Like I kind of noticed that I have so many games that I want to beat, and so I started putting it on a backlog. Let's see. I think I can actually show you here a little bit. Let's see. Let's switch it over to the. I'll show you what I do. Is I do a backlog. Let's see. Alright, I got it on my stream and stuff at the moment, but I'll show you here really quick. This is what I do, so as not to make myself go crazy or anything. I do this right here. Is that you see right here? This is my profile on a backloggery. I've been working on it for about 8 years now. And so this is pretty much like games and stuff here that I still got to play. So like I got the total amount of 3,526. Shows how many of them and stuff have been beaten, have not been finished. It kind of gives a general overview. Then there's like statistics and stuff, and then there's all the systems and stuff. Like green means that it hasn't been started yet. Red means it has been started, but it hasn't been finished yet. Silver means that it's beaten but not completed, and then gold means that it's completed, like 100%. So like I got a bunch of like games here, like spanning all sorts of stuff, like a Nintendo 64. I got PlayStations 1 through 5. There's a ton of games here that I still want to play. Then like here at the top is like the games I'm playing at the moment, which is right here. The top part right here is actually what I'm doing right now, which is beating the Genesis library right here. So I have that right here, 5% progress. That's what I'm striving for at the moment, just kind of taking it in milestones. Then I'm playing a Monster Hunter Rise at the moment from PlayStation 4. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2 at the moment. And then I'm finishing up the Walking Dead Telltale series. I'm doing that on my PlayStation 5. And then these games are kind of grayed out because I haven't been playing them lately. Like this is a World of Warcraft. I haven't really been playing that lately. And then there's the Silent Hill 2 remake. And then I'm watching the Dexter's Laboratory collection. I really love that series. So I've been watching that lately. I'm at the second season at the moment. But yeah, there's a little glimpse on what I do. Is that I am one of those people like you, Xanity, where I have so many games and stuff in my mind where I'm just like, I don't know where to put all this. And so I got this on a backlog right here to kind of help to manage that out. And then I can pick like a random game and stuff here. Things like that, things I have that I wanted to play and stuff. So there's a little bit of backstory with me. Yep, so a little bit of me and stuff to let you know about what I do. Alright, back to the game. But, yep, I know what you mean though, Xanity, is that, yeah, it can really get overwhelming with the amount of games that you have to play. So that's why I have to backlog. Alright, let's see. Let's see, I think I got Misty her equipment now, but here's the next major problem now is that, I don't think I can progress any farther. I don't think I can. So I think I'm going to have to grind, unfortunately, with Misty to make sure that she can survive attacks up to the next town. Don't you think it's suspicious to have pots in a church? Let's see, are you a fan of the Toy Story games? I know you had the first game, on your favorite Genesis games list. Yep, I do like Toy Story on the Sega Genesis. I love that game to death. I love Toy Story 2. I beat that game. That's actually on my backlog. I think I beat it about like 6 or 7 years back. But yeah, I love that game to death. Toy Story 3 I wasn't too much for. I think I kind of accidentally played like a PSP version or some kind of downgraded version, I think. So I don't think I can officially say I played the Toy Story 3, like the more sophisticated ones, I think. Alright, so that's everything here, so I think for now, just for the sake of having to have Misty survive, the upcoming trials and stuff, I'm going to have to grind, so it's going to be bad, so okay, so Misty is in danger here because she can get killed by these things easily at her level. So I got to get her to defend. Okay, well at least she took considerably less damage than she would at her level. Okay, dodge the attack. Of course you did. Okay. Stop dodging the attack. Come on, this is only the first guy. Stop dodging the attack! My gosh. Man, we already got to our first enemy and already hell is happening. That's pretty cool to check that. Yeah, I definitely recommend backloggery, especially if you have a whole lot of games. Like, and of course, the stuff with any backlog, it's intimidating to kind of like flesh out every single game you have in your mind. And I'm in the 3000s and stuff. Please honor your debts. You owe 936G. It says you don't seem to have enough money. You need to come up with another 339G. I'll take back the broadsword now. Thank you. Oh, I guess, oh yeah, I guess I did rent the item rather than officially purchase them. I think I had to purchase the original one for like 2,000 gold, I think. Okay, that was my fault. So I rented from it. Okay, let's see, where's my money? I was hoping to see where my money is, but where is it? Let's see, where are you at? Okay, so he took back all the gold, which is fine. I can get him the gold, no problem. So, and that was kind of my fault a little bit. You gotta stop doing this, guys. You gotta stop ambushing me with powerful guys. See, I gotta give him his broadsword back really quick. I didn't mean to. I didn't feel like I rented it for very long. Okay. Okay, well, will you take it back from me? Let's see, what place was I at for him to... I need him to come by and take my money really quick. So that way I don't have to pay any more rental. Where was I at? Into sim games, personally, they're not really for me. Yeah, with the Sims, but I think that's like the only game though. Let's see, I gotta get some money back. Okay. That's not a lot, only 22G. Oh, I don't think I rented from him yet. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So I need to come up with 2,000 G in order to come up with the broadsword, pretty much. Oh, I am forgetting things today. Yeah, so let's get the short sword. Okay, he took it back. Good, okay. So I just need to get 339 G and I can... okay. That's actually a good thing, so that way it doesn't accrue any more debt. As if this game doesn't have any more problems already. But yeah, I think the only games I think the only sim games I've only been a fan of is The Sims, pretty much. You gotta stop doing this. You gotta stop doing this. Please let me get back into a safe spot, please. At least I can defend against lions. See, I did get you your whip, right? Okay, good. Okay, I got you your equipment. Good. Alright, let's get back here. Okay. Oh, wait. I think, you can't sleep here. Unfortunately, the hotel person is away, so I think it might be better to save over here, probably. Actually, I have not been a fan of simulation games like Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon and those types of games. They're just not my thing. Like, I think you're supposed to go around and develop friendships, and you're supposed to like pay off some kind of debt or something, but that's never really been my thing. So, yep. What is it? Stardew Valley? I've never been a fan of that either. Yeah. I think the only simulation game I think I truly liked was The Sims and stuff. The Sims at least are kind of like pets, is that they're cute. But yeah, I don't know about anything. I don't think I've even played SimCity. If I did, it was probably very briefly. You wanna get some enemies to appear, buddy? What is going on? What is going on? Like, the encounter rate is supposed to be crazy, but for some reason it's not activating at all. What is with this game? Oh. Do not tell me. Don't tell me that they deactivated the random encounters. Like over in that general area. Stop dodging the attacks. Could you be any more of a terrible game? Gosh. This game is pissing me off. Hit the damn guy. And of course Misty goes down. This game is royally pissing me off to no end. So to let you know kind of what's going on right now, is that I'm hoping to stay back here into the beginner areas, so that way I can get some random encounters going for Misty to fight, but for some reason the random encounters are deactivated back here now. So that means I'm forced to go further into the game where the deadly enemies are and level her up that way, but she could drop dead. Tell me, what the hell is wrong with this game? Just almost on every single conceivable point when it comes to an RPG, this game is pissing me off. Oh my freaking god. Like, what I've been doing up to this point and stuff has been farming back here because it's 4 experience points for the enemies, but the stronger ones are only 6. So what's the point of fighting the stronger guys if I can use the weaker ones to help me to level up, but they're deactivated. They're gone. Now I'm forced to do 6 experience points enemies. And there's the chance and stuff that Misty could drop dead from those. You've got to be kidding me. Why did you deactivate random encounters back here? I swear this game is just there's like every conceivable point it could find to piss me off. It does. I don't understand it. Why deactivate earlier random encounters? I need those. Nothing. I can't get random encounters back here. Like, what the everlasting fudge? Sorry, I gotta vent a little bit. Don't tell me that mouse whistle is the reason that it's happening. Okay, I gotta look that up. I gotta see if that mouse whistle is doing anything. If it is, I'm gonna sell that thing. Okay, a mouse whistle is a utility item used to summon an in-game fairy. It is required to call the mouse fairy across the water to cross over into new areas in the map. Because Maiten no Sumetsu is a notoriously challenging Japanese exclusive RPG, finding and using these key maps traversal items is vital for navigating its complex world. If you're stuck on any other items, let me know. Okay, whatever. Okay. I have one real life pet at the moment, and that's Kiki, my dog. You probably saw her briefly. She was here during number 16 with Risky Woods. She was here because, well, she was lonely and my mom wasn't here. And so, yeah, so she was here. She wanted to cuddle with me and stuff. Nothing happened, of course. Okay. Yeah, I am epically furious at the moment. I can't believe that the RPG did this. Well, I guess I got no choice. I gotta follow the damn rules, I guess, of this stupid RPG. Holy crap, that probably rivals my hatred and stuff for Star Trek and Wolverine and stuff just from that alone. Holy crap, why did you do that? That does not give me any benefits whatsoever. Holy Hannah. Cannot believe that happened. Sorry, I lost my cool there for a second, but it's one of those things and stuff where it can't get any worse, right? It can't possibly get any worse, right? And then they deactivate the random encounters. That's Let's see, here's two things that I found online. If your character's agility is too low compared to enemy agility, the AI will consistently outmaneuver and dodge your attempts to strike them. If a target is consistently evading your physical swings, switch the offensive spells or special character abilities. Magic automatically bypasses enemy evasion stats. I hope that helps. Yes, it does. It only took let's see, I wonder if agility is something that kind of comes up as you level up. Like, the only thing I can picture that probably increases your agility is probably getting rid of clothes or going to less heavier ones, I guess. I don't know if the game is like that or not. Let's see, agility, let's see, what's the agility? Let's see, mind, probably speed maybe. Well, speed probably determines turn order, probably. Alright. I'm getting so mad at the moment. I'm getting so mad at the moment. This game is just royally finding more. Let's see. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try and go back to that place back in the bandit camp and see if I can come across some skeletons. Because I remember during the walkthrough. I remember when I think his name was Ware784, the YouTube channel. I think he went back to the bandit camp for a reason. And my thinking is that he probably did it because of this reason. Is that once you probably get to a certain level, or once you rescue Misty, maybe you can't grind this way in the overworld anymore. So I'm gonna try what he does next. Alright, sleep and save. Okay, that's fine. Take the money. I'll pay you back. That's fine. Alright, I gotta go to the skeletons apparently, and alright. I'm gonna go back to the bandit camp and see if I can activate the random encounters that way, so that way I don't have to fight those brutes up north. Thankfully, I can just head straight into the bandit camp thing. Okay, please tell me that... Okay. Good, finally. Okay, I know that the skeleton is still a little bit tough for Misty, so let's have her defend for now. Okay. Alright, we just gotta defend for a little bit until she gets up to the skeleton's level. Of course, the leather whip can't do anything. Now, ice ball can't really do anything either, so no. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we just got to keep this up for a little bit. Alright. See, how much does it take until, okay, so we got to get 115, which is manageable, I guess. Okay, we got to get Misty up to the point where he can take on those red guards and stuff lately. Oh, I'm starting to, now that I have Misty with me, more enemies are appearing. Darn it. Still taking quite a bit of damage there. Yep, defend. Yep, you better defend, Misty. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if you were around when I announced that rule, Joseph, is that every time that a game is divisible by 5, I let the community pick my next game. So if it becomes like game 5 or game 10 or game 15 or game 20 and stuff, then I usually let the community pick my next game. And X-Sanity happened to be around for those. And it was a recent rule too. So let's see. I don't actually remember how long it's been since I implemented that, but I think the first time that X-Sanity recommended a game to me, I didn't really put that rule forward first. And so what happened was that he picked the game for me, which was, let's see, it was Ranger X, that's right. He and one other person I remember recommended Ranger X to me. And then it was sometime after, I think it was sometime after Risky Woods, I think. So games 20 and 25 were the community picks, and X-Sanity happened to be the only one in the room during the time. And so that's why he picked Sonic the Hedgehog and Rocket Knight Adventures, was that he was around during that time when I was doing the community picks, and I think he was actually the only one in those chats during those times. So he had the floor to pick my games for me. Alright, let's see. Yep, and if you need to come and pick up your rental fee, I'm all good for it. Yeah, come and pick up more rental fee, okay? That's fine, that's fine. I'll pay you back your debt, that's fine, okay? Alright, oh, yeah, the ooze was definitely an interesting experience for sure. But you were right, though, is that it was good to kind of get it out of the way so I didn't have to think about it. So that is the good news behind it. But now, well, this thing is kicking me in the crotch at the moment. Don't you... Okay, good. You better not wipe out the... Better not wipe out the stuff. Okay, the random encounters here, or else I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, so it looks like once you get to a certain level, or maybe it was as soon as Misty joined the party, I think. Right, I need Misty to go up another level, so that way I can take on the skeletons. Sheesh. Well, at least with more enemies appearing, I guess that means more experience per encounter, which is a good thing. Okay, so I'm actually seeing a light at the end of the tunnel for one of its mechanics. Is that since Misty joined the party, there's more enemies that are appearing on the screen now, which is good. It did that in Shining in the Darkness as well. Is that when you only have one party member, there's only 3 of them that appear. When you have more party members, then it can be around like up to 8 or 9. So that's what's happening here. So I guess that's good, because as soon as I can get Misty to start guarding against the skeletons, then that means that I can start wiping out groups of enemies and grinding a lot faster. Yeah, that's okay. I'm totally happy with the rules about letting the community pick a game every 5th entry. If I'm on the chat for game 30, I will definitely recommend one. To make up for it, Joseph, is that, well, you weren't really around for those community picks and stuff. And as I said, I'm flexible, so I can work around certain things. Is that, well, as I said, like Xanity was here for the first one with Ranger X, and it was recommended to me. Just like with your pick for the Ooze at the time, so I didn't have a stable rule in place about like having every 5th game being the community pick. But when game 20 came around, that's when Xanity picked Sonic the Hedgehog. And then game 25 was when he picked Rocket Knight Adventures. And he happened to be the only one in the chat room. But I remember you saying from a few games back is that you were going to recommend me Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. You weren't really around when the community picks were happening. But I can still honor that request of yours. So what I'll probably do is that when game 30 comes around, I'll do Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, so as to make up for it, because, well, I mean, as I said, like, everybody has to have their chance and their fair chance at picks and stuff, and so game number 30, I'll do Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine instead of a community pick, so to make up for it. So that's my deal to you. So I'll keep that on the back burner until then. But until then, we're kind of in a funk here. Alright. Let's see. I think she can stand bandits and stuff. Just okay. 20 experience. So, yeah, we are definitely getting a lot more experience now that the enemies are coming up in larger numbers. So that's the good news. Alright, and thankfully the whip and stuff is there. Okay, we're... Okay, so it looks like that Misty is not quite strong enough to take down the black soldiers, the Regard armor, in one hit. Okay, this is actually a good thing, because the grinding is about to become a whole lot easier here in a second. As soon as Misty levels up, we can... it will be a lot more easier and stuff, but because she has the leather whip that can attack all enemies at once. So as soon as she gets up to level, then we can grind like crazy and be a lot more productive with it than before. So there is some good things about it. Yeah, I consider that my game reward for beating the Ooze. Well, I appreciate it. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is a lot of fun, so knowing I have a fun game ahead of me, like at game 30, that will be a lot of fun. So I appreciate you recommending it to me, and I apologize for not keeping you in the loop and stuff. But though I don't think I've seen you ever since I played the Ooze and stuff. Though now that I think about it, so maybe I didn't have the opportunity to tell you about it yet, with the intervals and stuff being every 5 games and stuff. So things like that. So yeah, so it was just bad luck, pretty much. So I'll make it up to you. See, so 516, okay. Alright, so yep, so far we're doing pretty good. Okay. Thankfully, yeah, I am so glad that Misty's in the party and making this a whole lot easier for everybody. Well, hold on. Let's see if Misty can stand up to skeletons now at this level. So I'll get her to defend. Well, thankfully they're just going for Sarah. See, I don't know if the skeletons and stuff will do enough damage, but let's see. Alright, cool. Okay, well, Misty is still taking some damage. Not a lot of damage, just 10 damage, which is good. But she can't quite stand up to skeletons quite yet. So we got to go. So we got to go boost her up another level, unfortunately. But we're getting there a little bit. But yeah, if I can't stand up to the skeletons, then I stand no chance in going up against the red guards and the dwarves and stuff up north. So we definitely got to get Misty up to par, pretty much. Darn it. Okay. Let's see. What about your heal? Oh, heal can actually heal a lot. Holy crap. Yeah, it's okay. It's not your fault. I wasn't around for it, just like everyone else. Life gets in the way sometimes. Yes, it does. Very unfortunately, it does. Yeah, I was actually going to do the project actually about a month earlier. Actually, I was going to do the project starting in March, but unfortunately, I had an incident come up where I had to go into surgery for something. So, unfortunately, I couldn't start the Sega Genesis marathon like I wanted to in March. But yeah, but I think it started at the start of April. I think that I started to do it after the surgery was done. So I know what you mean when it comes to life things happening, pretty much. Yeah, for sure. All right, we got to get Misty up another level at least. Yeah, if she doesn't stand a chance against skeletons, then she's not going to stand a chance against everything else. Okay, all right. Yep, so sorry. This is going to involve a lot of grinding, guys. I'm so sorry. The good news is that it will be faster now because of the different circumstances, but it's still going to take quite a while. All right, finally. I wonder how you increase your agility, though. Yeah, at least Misty is taking the hits now, which is good. $26 experience. That's good. Yes. That's a whole lot better than just doing it with like 4 experience and stuff, so definitely making progress. Well, not the most progress in the world, but still progress. Yep, sorry guys. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I might have to pull up some kind of entertainment or something like here on the side, so that way I don't get bored to death and stuff with having to do this grinding and stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I usually like watching TV shows and stuff, so that way, you know, to kind of pass the time. See, I'm going to ask a question of you, Joseph. You've asked me plenty of questions, so it's kind of time for me to ask you a question. What kind of TV shows do you usually like to watch? Or, like, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite TV show or your favorite movie? I don't think I've ever asked you that. So, you've asked me plenty of questions. I think it's only fair I ask you one in turn. More than fair, I think. Let's see. Skills. That's right. Misty, heal. Okay, good. After game 30, I promised to wait a while before recommending another game, just so that there are plenty of other people in the community get a chance to pick a game too. Yeah, just to come around when there's intervals of 5 with gaming and stuff, like if game 35, game 40 and stuff, like and also you can call dibs though too, like if it's been a while, like we've been doing now. But yeah, every 5th game that comes around, yeah, just throw me a suggestion and stuff, and then I'll consider it and stuff. If it's close, because like I don't think that it's fair to expect you to be there like at every 5th game when the roulette wheel starts coming around. Okay, still looking good. Okay. And don't forget that I have to play all of the games eventually, so it doesn't really matter which ones I pick either. Like, it's just a matter of when they're going to come out. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in like a month from now. Maybe it could be 3 years from now. I don't know, but likely that will be a community pick somewhere down the line. Soon. Probably. Yep, so with the Ooze and stuff, and with Ranger X, and with Rocket Knight Adventures and things like that, I'm going to have to play all of them eventually. It's not going to be a... Crap. Okay. Eesh, that's so awesome and stuff with Misty. Okay. Fair enough, Slashdar. My favorite animated movie has to be between the first 2 Shrek movies. Live action movie is probably between the first 2 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Those ones are some really, really good movies, so. Let's see, the animated movies, okay. Yeah, Shrek was really good, and then they're coming out with some animated movies right now. I think they're coming out with Toy Story 5, and then yeah, I think we talked about that in a previous stream, and then yeah, they're coming out with I think Shrek 5. I think they're going to take it into the human world or something. All right, defend. We just got to boost up Misty one more level so she can handle the skeletons just fine. Because if we can get her leather whip to start doing a lot of damage to those skeletons, oh man, I can grind really easily now. So we just got to reach that point pretty much. But yeah, I really love the Tobey Maguire movies. I know that there's like fan bases on which of the 3 Spider-Man that you like, which is Tobey Maguire. What is it? Andrew Jackson? No, wait. I say that right? Andrew Jackson. And then Tom Holland, I think. A lot of people prefer Tom Holland, I think, but I've always been a Tobey Maguire fan. Yes. Yep, I'll take it. I'm glad I got that debt paid off. Okay, that's good. Now I can probably save up for that broadsword now, probably. Favorite show probably has to be The Simpsons. In terms of live action, it's probably The Sopranos. I also like SpongeBob, Futurama, Breaking Bad, and Samurai Jack. Oh, yeah, I said Andrew Jackson, didn't I? I think that was the guy in the Civil War, wasn't it? I think he was the guy that betrayed, was it George Washington? I don't remember my history too well, but I think Andrew Jackson is a famous... Now I don't remember if he was a good guy or a bad guy now. Was he a good guy or a bad guy? I don't remember, but I think there was an Andrew Jackson in there somewhere. Oh man, I'm sorry. I haven't been in history class for like, what, 16 years? I don't remember my history anymore. That's just sad if I don't remember who Andrew Jackson is. But yeah, let's see. I like all of those shows that you just mentioned with SpongeBob, Futurama, Breaking Bad, and Samurai Jack. You know, now that I think about it, I do have a favorite Breaking Bad episode, and it's actually the one where I think the fly happens to get into the chemistry lab. Let's see. Yep, let's see. Darn it! Now I'm forgetting who the main character is. It's been so long. I'm forgetting everything now. I haven't seen Breaking Bad since what? When did I see Breaking Bad last? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. But yeah, I remember watching the whole series. I just don't remember when. But yeah, there's an episode there where a fly and stuff gets into the drug lab, into the basement drug lab right there. And he spends the entire episode just trying to squish it. That one was my favorite episode. Alright, there we go. Yeah, keep having these guys show up. That will make the grinding so much nicer. Alright, 330. Holy crap, it's still going stupendously slow though. Plus it doesn't help that Misty can't stand up to these guys yet. Oh, come on. Stop dodging the attacks. Come on. Oh, thankfully they can't hit Misty though. Now it's kind of like the other way that's happening around, is that Asara can't hit the skeletons and then the skeletons can't hit Misty. It's kind of a good thing since she's a healer, so you definitely want things to miss her. Please hit him. Come on. The funny thing is that episode is probably considered the most irrelevant episode of the whole series. Again, absolutely love the unpopular opinion there. I like the episode too, personally. That's probably the reason I liked the episode, was that it's kind of a change of pace where everything with Breaking Bad is just serious. Everything's just dead serious. Like people die, there's drug dealings that happen, people get shot, things like that. And then it was kind of a nice change of pace and stuff where it was just completely stupid. It didn't need to be there. I'm totally glad that it was there. And it fits Walter so well with, oh my gosh, I just remembered his name. But it fits Walter so well to just him to get so worked up and stuff about a fly just kind of like coming into the lab just one day. And then he gets into all sorts of mishaps and accidents. Like I think at one point he climbs up a ladder and I think he falls off of it. That's probably my favorite episode of the whole thing. Darn it, I just need Misty to go up one more level. Then she can stand up to skeletons, I think. If I can just get to that point. Yeah, you just need a little bit more, Misty, then you can take on these skeletons' attacks. I'm only halfway there. Holy crap. But thankfully, it's only one more level that we have to deal with this crap. Well, at least with the skeletons, at least. Okay. So we are making progress. Slowly. It is slow progress, but hey, it is progress still. Okay. Give you my favorite fast food place. It's KFC. Fun fact, there is a unique sauce that we put on our KFC burgers called pepper mayo. Honestly, the greatest sauce ever. Pepper mayo? Where's that from? Like, I know what you mean when it comes to unique sauces, because here in America, let's see, I think I remember you saying that you were in Australia, if I remember right. So here in America, over here on the west side of America, we have something called fry sauce, which is what it sounds like, is that we dip our fries and stuff into these fry sauce, and it's a mix of ketchup and mayo. And then over on the east side of the United States, they don't have fry sauce. So they don't know that it is really around and stuff. But yeah, it is a thing. So over in the western United States, fry sauce is popular. Then over on the east side, it's hardly known about over there. Let's see. I'll probably have to look at the ingredients for that pepper mayo that you were talking about. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that both of our unique sauces that we're talking about both involve mayonnaise. So you got pepper mayo and then you have fry sauce, which does contain mayonnaise. So that's an interesting coincidence. Maybe the secret sauce and stuff, other than being the Krabby Patty from SpongeBob, is actually just mayo, probably, in our world, probably. Let's see. Let's get you to heal up, Misty. Okay, perfect. Oh man, that heal does a lot. Oh, now you've inspired me. I gotta try what this pepper mayo is, and then what is it? Corn dog sauce. Well, I mean, if it's possible out there and stuff, and I'm definitely open to try it just to kind of see what happens. I mean, you have to think that ketchup and mayo, you wouldn't think that would really go together for fry sauce, and so it's kind of the same thing and stuff with corn dog sauces. I haven't heard about it, but who knows? Maybe it might be good. But it sounds like that when you mix those sauces together, they don't sound very good. You gotta heal, Misty. Okay, perfect. Ah! Thanks for being an asshole, guys. I gotta go back and get Misty revived. Well, thankfully the random encounters are disabled, so I can just run right back there, I guess. Thankfully, it's not too expensive. Let's see, where are you? It's the one with the crosses on it. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. You are kidding me! Well, I'll definitely have to avoid getting my party members killed at this rate. 280 G, you've got to be kidding me. That is expensive, like relatively expensive. How it worked with Shining in the Darkness was that for every 10 gold it would equivalent to 1 level. So since she's level 7, she should have 70 gold to revive her, but 280 gold? I'll definitely have to save state it before going back into there. Well, it used to take me to Black Butt Park a lot as a frame of reference. Is that a... Oh, okay. That makes sense. Let's see. Alright, let's head back into here. We gotta get Misty up one more level. Stand a chance against those skeletons, and then we can grind like crazy if we want to. And make sure you defend, Misty. Okay. Darn it. You're still taking quite a bit of damage, Misty. Okay, we gotta knock out the skeletons. Okay, there we go. Alright, up. It would be great, though, if you can hit the skeleton. Sarah, please. Please stop dodging the attack. You're driving me nuts here. There we go. Now I can get Misty to whip him. Alright, 32 experience. Not too bad at all. Okay. We're getting there. Okay, just 200 more experience. Well, they're both going to level up at the same time, aren't they? Alright, there we go. Okay. Whew. Oh, let's see. Oh. Mm. Oh. Ugh. Name of a wildlife reserve in Australia. Struggle the name Black Butt. Probably have to look that up, probably, along with corn dog sauce. I'll just try mixing up my ketchup and mustard together and see what happens. Well, the problem is that I don't like mustard, though, so that could be a problem. I've only been to New York. I went to Sydney a few years ago to watch my AFL team. Carlton Blues get smashed by the Sydney Swans by over 60 points from memory, haha. From Melbourne, Vic. Makes sense. Trying to make myself more comfortable. Bringing out my leg rest and just kind of like curling up here. Let's see. On the topic of Australia, have you ever seen Crocodile Dundee before? /star? A long time ago. I think the last thing I remember about Crocodile Dundee is two things. Is that Steve Irwin, I think he died because of a stingray back then. And the second thing is that I think he made a movie too. I don't remember too much about the specifics of the movie. But yeah, I do remember that he made a movie shortly before he passed away. And I thought I heard that I think his son was going to take over, but I don't really know anything about what happened to him. I'm going to save state here and stuff just in case Skeleton Crew. Oh, I just got it. I made my own joke. Just in case the Skeleton Crew comes by to destroy me. It's not a lot of damage, huh? So you need to go up another level, huh? I don't think I've ever been in Melbourne, but I do remember spending time in Sydney. Beautiful. I would have to go back someday. I wish I knew about all that stuff with Australia and Sydney and stuff, but unfortunately I don't really know a whole lot about it. I'm sorry. I do know that there is a lot of animals there. I think that's pretty general knowledge, though. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't go at this time if you're not a fan of winter. It's definitely known for being one of the coldest areas in Australia. Is it winter where you're at right now? Oh, yeah, I guess I would imagine so, especially since it's on the other side of the world, I guess. Yeah, it's so funny the planet kind of works like that. There's all 4 seasons going on in all 4 parts of the world. Good. Now she finally leveled up. Alright. Thankfully, we should start getting some progress going. Let's see if she can stand up to the skeletons now. Like I don't have a choice. Alright, level 11 and level 8. Fun fact, the American restaurant chain Outback Steakhouse is inspired entirely by the movie Crocodile Dundee, and the founders have never actually visited Australia. Well, that's ironic, but that's funny too. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Alright, let's see if Misty can stand up to the skeletons now. Not quite. Darn it! It's not quite enough. Darn it, it's not quite enough. When is it gonna be enough? Oh, let's see. What is another question that you have for me? Slash star to get to put a question within a question. Haha. Well, actually, one thing I'm curious about since you're down in Australia is what kind of animals do you usually see? So, like, do you see spiders? Do you see massive insects? Do you see kangaroos? Do you see koalas? That's actually one thing I'm curious about. God. Oh, at least Misty's level is only up to 500 instead of 800. So. Oh gosh. Yep, get comfortable, guys. We're gonna be here for a while with grinding. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where I am definitely get a lot of wombats and kangaroos. Absolute pests, especially at nighttime when I'm driving. You definitely have to look out for them when on the road. Probably like I'm probably guessing car washes are very popular where you're at. Probably. Yep, about the same as deer here in the Midwest United States. LOL. Yep, I do agree. Where I live, there's definitely a lot of deer here. Let's see. Let's see. You said the Midwest and stuff. I guess I don't mind saying what state I'm from, as I'm from Idaho. So I'm actually playing from Idaho, and main things we usually get are wolves, deer, and bears. That's usually the wildlife we see, big time wise, and then I guess just the usual and stuff like pigeons, squirrels, little creatures like that, and stuff like throughout the daytime. See, we do get daddy longlegs for spiders. We do get black widows, but they're kind of a little bit more rare. And then like we do get snakes and stuff like up in the mountains, but here where I live, we usually get things like water snakes. So they're usually not too prominent. I think I've only seen like one water snake, I think, in my life. But yeah, they are definitely around in some regions. Oh, hey, Omega. I see you down there. Mega Games Consoles PC. Oh, how goes the grind? Up to 33 magic power, I see. Must be getting more powerful. I think you're at 24 last I saw. At first it was cataclysmically bad. And now it's starting to get a whole lot better now. Because it turns out, well, more enemies are starting to appear on the screen now, and since Misty has a whip now, she can start targeting a lot more enemies at once now. So if I can get them up high enough and stuff, the experience is actually getting better and better. But the bad news is that I got to grind. I've got to get her grinding quite a bit in order to catch up to my main character. And even then, with my main character, it's not quite enough to take on like the goblins and the wooded dolls and stuff. So we still got quite a bit of grinding ahead of us, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the bad news. But the good news is that we have avenues now to speed up the grinding a little bit, but not by much. It will be a lot faster compared to what it was before, but that's not saying a lot in this case, though. That's the problem. Okay, alright, let's put up a save state here. And right now, I'm trying to get Misty up one more level so that way she can survive the onslaughts against the skeletons. If we can do that, we can grind. We got a guaranteed way to grind through this game a whole lot faster. I want to look at Soldius and Micro Machines gameplays. Oh, when the community pick comes out, for sure. I think that will be game 35. So, just a heads up about that. In terms of spider, we get huntsmen and black widows, but we call them rednecks over here. Definitely get snakes over here too. Most famously, the brown snake and the red belly black snake. Yep. I wonder why Australia has so many animals. I never really thought that. Like, out of all the countries in the world, why is it that Australia has a lot of animals? I don't know. Maybe some kind of origin thing, I guess. Yeah, that's really cool to know about things like that. Alright, got that guy done. Alright, bandage down. Okay. Please stop dodging the attack. Please stop dodging the attack. That'd be great. There we go. Ugh. Whew. Right. We're getting there a little bit. We're down to 200 experience. Sorry guys, I wouldn't think I'd be as tired as I am. I'm definitely glad I don't have to worry about wolves and bears over here, haha. Although I guess the closest thing we have to a wolf over here is dingoes. Well, thankfully though, like wild animals don't really roam into town too much. Like, we're pretty urbanized, so it's pretty much just humans around. I think the most we usually see is just squirrels, and the place is like filled with cats and dogs too. So usually those types of things. And I guess to answer one of your questions from earlier is that you asked what kind of pets I had earlier. All kinds. Growing up, we had a lot of pets growing up. Let's see, we had 2 dogs total. One was Gidget and the other is Kiki, who is with us right now. We had 2 cats. Their names were Tiger and Chocolate. And we pretty much had an infinite amount of mice, pretty much. We called one Pungo, the other one Purdy. We got a couple of rats. We called them Oreo. Oh, Cookies and Cream. But I think we did have a rat named Oreo, too. And then I had 2 hamsters. I called one Mario. I know, super original name. I called one Mario, and I called the other one Roadrunner. Yeah, I know. Really classic names for hamsters, for sure. Yep, I called one Mario, and I called one Roadrunner. And then I've had 2 ferrets. I called them Furby. And the other one I called Skippy. And I think that's it for... As for like... I know that my mom had a fish farm at one point. When we were back at our house, our first house. But I don't think that lasted very long. And then she kept quite a few fish over at our second house, I remember. And then I think she kind of grew out of the hobby, I think. Let's see, what other things? Oh yeah, my sister had a mouse, I think. Remember that mouse liked to bite me, though. When I tried to pet it. What else have we got? Yeah, and in my case and stuff with video game characters. Yep, the 2 hamsters and stuff were Mario and Roadrunner for sure. I guess Roadrunner's a cartoon, but still. It's a reference after something. Ugh. 191. We're getting there a little bit. Holy crap. I apologize, guys. I guess it's the game that should be sorry, not me. Yeah, this is absolutely necessary. Just it's got to hang in there for a little bit, but I get the feeling it's not going to be a little bit, though. This is definitely going to be one of the more dull moments of the game, as it has been ever since minute 1. And, this game is ruthless for sure. Because when it comes to leveling and just with the amount of experience you get, I don't know who made this game. What was it, Koshida? Koshida, I think it was Koshida, I think that made this game. And, well, if I don't hear about them anymore, I wonder why. They made this bomb of a game and it probably disappeared off the map. I actually don't know. I actually don't know the truth behind that. So, yeah. So, I could be entirely wrong. Maybe they moved on to different things. Maybe they decided to try one game and maybe it came out like Final Fantasy. Well, what happened with Final Fantasy was that I think they were about to close down their studio. And then at the last second, they made Final Fantasy, which was Squaresoft. And they happened to get a successful game. Maybe the same thing happened, except the only part was that Koshida probably didn't have a successful game and probably moved on to something else. That's what I'm guessing. Bit of a personal question here, but did you end up going through the struggle as a kid of your parents divorcing, or were you lucky enough not to go through something like that? Let's see, but did you end up going through the struggle as a kid? No, my parents did not divorce. But I did have some kind of trouble and stuff like back then, like similarly. But I don't mind sharing it or anything because it was a long time ago. It was around, I think it was about 2008 to 2012, I think it happened. But I don't mind like sharing like the general part of it, so as long as we don't go into specifics or anything. So what happened to me was that I had a problem with my identity growing up. Was that, well, I was kind of raised up by my family, my parents and stuff, all of my life, which isn't a bad thing. They taught me good values, good manners and things. It's kind of usually what a typical family goes through. But there was one thing where it was kind of one of those things where you go through it for about 20 years and stuff of your life, just simply because your family does it. It's like a tradition we did. But I ended up not wanting to really go through the tradition or anything. And so what happened was that I went around, I remember at college, yep, it was around 18 to 22, I think. Started going around to college and stuff and started getting more perspectives with the tradition and stuff. And what happened was that I agreed after a while and stuff that I wasn't really good to do anything with that tradition anymore. And it kind of, it's hard and stuff to kind of give up something like that, because if you invest in something for like 20 years of your life all of a sudden, and then if you don't do it anymore, it's kind of hard to know where to build your identity and stuff off of that. And so what happened was I went into depression for about 6 months in 2012 because of it, because I had to adjust to it, just kind of like the different thing, because when you're told something all your life, you got to be this, you got to be this and stuff, like throughout 20 years of your life. And then when that part comes where there's that part of your mind where it's just like, well, it's not me, you know? That's not something that I really want to be a part of or anything. And so I kind of had to go through quite a bit of a adjustment change there for about 6 months there. But it is for the best, though. Like, everything that happened from that was for the best. For sure, but it was definitely an adjustment change. So that was kind of like my thing kind of growing up, was that my parents didn't like divorce or anything. It's more like a personal problem that I had to go through. It was a disconnect from what my parents taught me and from what I wanted in life. It was one of those things. But I think when you go through college, I think a lot of people can relate to that, is that suddenly you're free and stuff. You're not around your parents anymore. You don't have to follow their traditions anymore. You know, things like that. You're building your own identity in college, pretty much. And sometimes things are going to be different from what you've been raised up to be. So it was one of those things. I won't go into the details or anything, but that's the basic gist of it. Okay, alright. Alright, let's see, how are we doing? With the experience and stuff, we're doing... Oh, she's almost leveled up. Good. It's so weird that it deactivated the random encounters in this section. It's almost like the code can't handle having multiple random generated things that happen at once. But it does explain who is the character or the player. I saw going through YouTube and stuff, coming back to this prison cell, because it is the best place to train, pretty much. Alright. But yeah, I hope that answered your question and what you were asking. Alright. So tired. Why am I so tired? I slept good last night. I think it's this game and stuff. It's probably boring me to tears, probably. It's probably boring everybody to tears at this point. Alright, just defend. You just got to defend a little bit more, Misty, I think. If we can get you to start hitting skeletons, that'd be great. At least you got rid of the bandits, I think. Thanks for sharing that, Celestar. I'm glad you're in a better place now. I have to sign off. But thanks again for another great stream. Until next time. Yeah, thanks for coming by. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for sticking around. Kind of gave me something to talk about and take my mind off of things a little bit. And I appreciate your support and your comments and everything that's going on in your life and stuff. And so yeah, I appreciate you coming by. So have a good night, okay? How close are you? Just 12 experience? Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. And let's see if we can match up to skeletons now. So I don't have to worry about defending the whole time. Alright, Misty leveled up, finally. Look at that, level 9. Nice, she's catching up now. Now my next question is can she stand up to skeletons now? If we can do that, then... Holy crap, did it just go up to 6? Let's see, nobody has hit Misty yet, so let's see. And they're all attacking Asar, though. But still, that was pretty good, though. 39 experience, that's great. We need to get until skeletons show up. You need to see if Misty is ready to brace for those. But now the game is kind of like flipping me off a little bit and saying, aha, well, you won't get to me that easily. You gonna attack Misty or what? You need to see if she can brace against the skeletons now. didn't see you coming there. Let's see. It's crazy to think that we just rolled with the grind like this back in the early RPG days. So, yeah. I'm probably going to roll over and keel over, probably. And just when I think that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, it keeps going with this. 188. Okay, let's get Misty up one more level, then let's see where we're at. And the good news is that she can stand up to skeletons now, so that's making the grinding a lot faster. Oh, crud. Is it happening? Why is this happening all of a sudden? The random encounters just got disabled again, I think. Why is it doing this? Holy crap. Okay. Well, for some reason, the random encounters got disabled here. Okay, well, I guess we have no choice but to train up north, I suppose. Maybe it's to push me along and stuff and force me to make progress, I guess. Why did... Oh! My character leveled up. Asara! Okay, I just figured something out. Okay, so... What happened after I got Misty was that, the random encounters, like anywhere between, like there, my original starting place, my home, to the third town have been disabled. I couldn't understand for the life of me why it was, so I kind of figured it was a leveling thing or something. And so I got enough, far enough into that bandit camp right there where I was doing the skeletons, and then all of a sudden Asara leveled up to level 12. And then right as soon as that happened, the random encounters got disabled. So what the game is pretty much telling me to do is F off and start going into a stronger area in order to start fighting your monsters now. That's pretty much what's happening. But the bad news is that Misty is still a little bit behind though. But at least now I understand the mechanic of what's going on right there now. So that means that we cannot go into the bandit camp anymore to get our experience. Now we got to go up here. Alright, thankfully the knights can't hurt Misty that much, so we're actually starting to make some progress here now for once. Because before and stuff, these guys used to throttle my characters and stuff, but now we're starting to make some progress a little bit. I still want to get Misty up one more level though, so let's finish that up really quick. So thankfully thankfully the seed is finally planted, and thankfully the seed is finally growing. It's finally sprouting from the ground, and when it comes to progress at least. Just it took forever, only like nearly 6 hours to do it. Holy crap. Don't you think that the grinding is a little bit overkill game? Let's see, what was it again? I'm sorry. 134. Okay, let's get Misty up one more level, and I still got to get that broadsword. I think for Asara, that'll be especially useful against bosses. Did you ever get that $2,000 gold sword? That's actually thinking about what I'm going to get here in a second. Yep, I got plenty of money and stuff, so I can definitely do it. Yeah, I'm just going to raise these guys up one more level, and then I'll try going over to the next town, and then I'll see what happens after that. Yep. Yep, here in a second. Just got to get 150 more experience points and let's do it. Okay. Of course, well, that's actually not as bad as I was thinking. Like when I started going through this game at the beginning, the dwarf and stuff just like demolished me. So having 30 damage isn't the end of the world. That's actually a reason that I'm also leveling her up, is to, because if I start going into the next area where the wooded dolls are, then they're just going to destroy me. So I just got to creep in just a little bit more. There we go. All right. Let's do a safe stay here just in case. I don't know if those dwarves will come up in like a group of 6 and just destroy me or something. That's what I'm guessing will happen. Well, actually, my concern at the moment is that levels are weird in this game. Like when I was at level 1, the normal enemy would do 10 damage to me, and then the next level, at level 2, it would do 1 damage to me. So this game has a weird habit of that you need to like reach a certain level, or else random encounters will do devastating amount of damage to you. So like it's happened with the skeletons, it's happened with the lions, it's happened with the red guards here, and with the dwarves and stuff. It's happening with the dwarves a little bit, and in Misty's case is that it's doing 30 damage to her. But the thing is though, is that I need to get Misty up 1 more level, so that way she can withstand the dwarves' attacks, and I can start going into the next area. So it's not really a matter of the HP, it's more like the amount of damage that you take in this game. That's the weird thing about it. Let's see, and I think I might as well get the sword while I'm here. Alright, thankfully I don't have to rent it this time. And that was stupid, that rental thing and stuff. The rental was stupid. I didn't increase my attack as much as it did last time. Oh well. Right, let's see how much more experience that Misty needs, I think. 48, so not much. So, yeah, let's finish leveling her up, and then I'm going to try and creep into the next town over and see if we can survive the encounter. I don't know, especially with those wooded dolls there. But who knows, maybe Asara can stand up to them. He's leveled up quite a bit. Wait, why am I defending? Muscle memory. I'm sorry. There's nothing for you to fear anymore, Misty. Come on. There we go. Gonna get a few more experience points and then we can finish up here. There are armor upgrades to purchase. Not at this time. So I got the armor for Misty, but all of that armor in there is meant for Misty, though. There isn't really anything meant for my characters or to get them up any farther. And to be honest, I don't think armor really matters a whole lot in this game. Not as much as it does with other games. I think it's more the levels that matter rather than the armor, especially with that level 1 to level 2 demonstration. That it seems like it seems like it's better to level up your characters rather than get them armor. Because like it only like flickers up like one, just a like minuscule, like the stats compared to leveling. So right now I'm not really too concerned about. Oh crap! Crap! That sucked. So that's also another reason I got to go to the next town over is to get something going, get something advancing. Maybe the armor and stuff would be better in the next town over. I don't know. I haven't explored that part. This is the farthest I've explored in this game. That's simply because of the stupid leveling. Like all of this 6 hours and stuff has just been pure leveling. There we go. Misty leveled up. Okay. That's the good news. Now, the bad news is that I wonder if those wooded dolls and stuff will let me through. And save files don't really work in this game either. Found that out just at the start of the stream, pretty much. Interesting seeing if you can beat those wooden things now. I see would have to be able to take a hit. I know, that's what I'm worried about. But let's see what happens. Let's start wandering over there. Let's see what happens. Thankfully she's doing a lot more damage now. I can take a lot more attacks now. So it's a step in the right direction for sure. Everything's dodging Asara's attacks though. I wonder if I should take my armor down a notch or something. Yeah, for some reason he's missing everything. Of course there's dwarves and stuff over here. Well, she's not exactly taking the hits too well though. Let's see if there's a town or something. Why am I missing? I know it's with the agility and stuff, but I don't understand. Am I supposed to like go down into lower armor or something? Is that what it is? It's weird that Asara is just suddenly missing everything. Come on, please hit him, Asara. Please. There we go. You're being silly. Oh crap! Now there's red bats and wooded doll there. Why is the game like this? Seriously, why the frick is the game like this? I grinded to death. I did everything right. As soon as I step into a new zone, boom! I go down like a pile of rocks. At least the town is right there, but still. It sucks that the game is like this, though. this is a completely new town, so let's see what we can discover about it. It's the Styles, the City of Sadness. Thanks. Can I join? That'd be a great thing for me to be a part of at the moment. Oh, sheesh, this game. A chain, a hand axe, a drill horn, a tortoise hat, and a silk robe. I guess for defense and stuff, I don't know how good any of those items are. I'll have to come back later. Alright, that's the revival chapel. There's the item thing there. Berry, flash grass, mouse whistle, ice ball. I don't know what to do. I don't know if there's like some special equipment I have to get in order to survive monsters or something. It's driving me up the wall and stuff. That grinding doesn't help. I have to sacrifice another girl this year? What a pity. Oh, jeez. Unfortunately, I've been across a few of those games. I have Excalibur. Look at you'd think if it's fake as if you just want it for yourself. Well, I'll beat you for it. I'll take any kind of weapon at this point. Every year, a young girl from this town is sacrificed to a monster in the mountains. It's probably where my next boss is probably going to be. Happy to live here with Klein. That's all I want out of life. Soon another girl will be sacrificed to the monster. I wonder who will be this year. If only there were another way. I don't know. I'll go up to the monster and beat its ass for you. Beat its ass red. Alright, let's see here. I wish I were old and decrepit so I wouldn't have to worry about being sacrificed to a monster. Yes, why don't you all leave? I'm secretly waiting for someone to defeat that monster. Don't tell anyone, okay? Oh, wish granted. It's not any hand that can wield Excalibur. Are you guys talking about Excalibur? Is it like a sword in the stone, probably? Yeah, I wonder if it's like a sword in the stone somewhere, probably. I've already been here. You wouldn't believe it looking at her now, but Granny was pretty fine back in the day. Happyology Church is active in Elf. I wonder if they really help people, though. Not from what I saw. You know, the legendary sword Excalibur? I heard it can be used to defeat monsters. That's great. Where's Excalibur so I can get it and destroy things? Adventures, eh? Enjoy your time in the village. That's it, huh? Okay. Sheesh. This game's gonna drive me wild, almost. There's nothing here. It's just the usual. Items and stuff. This town has turned into a sausage party because the monster keeps eating our women. Oh, great. That's not a college term or anything. Styles of the City of Sadness. Okay. Oh. You know, I thought that we'd see like the light of the tunnel here and actually make some progress in this game, but I'm not sure if I actually did. In the couple of hours I've actually played this, so I don't know what to do. Well, if only there was like some way to make things easier, that'd be great, but with what though? Armor here and stuff, but still. I got 2,000 gold and stuff for that sword. I pretty much got a good one, so what's the drill horn for? Never heard anything like that. So, tortoise hat for both characters, I guess? See, can Misty also get a tortoise hat? Alright, so that's a little bit of defense. Oh, so Asara can't equip the silk robe, okay. Then I'll get that for Misty then. Okay. Alright. Any kind of defense and stuff would be great. But as I said, I think it's the leveling that matters more. A whole lot more. Okay. Not a lot of defense. So, I'll get you the tortoise hat. Let's see your... See, we've gone up a little bit. From what I found online, making it through this game requires treating it as a war of attrition. The most effective strategy centers on mastering the game's energy system, aggressively grinding, abusing item duplication, and treating the frequent brutal dungeons in manageable two-step phases. What exactly is the energy system? It's a good question. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna look it up here really quick. I'm just gonna do a quick little Google search here really quick. I'm gonna see if there's anything effective on any tips or tricks to get through this, because at this point I really need some. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Any tips to get through Mutant No? So Metsu more easily. All right. As I said, I'll take any kind of tips or hints and stuff at this point. All right, getting through Maiden no Sometsu is notoriously brutal due to its broken game balance, massive difficulty spikes, and astronomical encounter rate. To make your playthrough as bearable as possible, use these critical mechanical strategies discovered by Japanese retro gaming communities. Abuse speed buffs and debuffs, the agility meta. Agility is the most important stat in the game. It directly dictates your turn order, your hit accuracy, and your evasion. Make full use of characters like Lilith, who natively use the spells Haste and Slow. Haste raises a character's agility by roughly 15 points, while Slow drops an enemy's agility by 15. Okay? Well, I don't have Lilith at the moment. Dropping an enemy's speed not only forces them to miss more often, but it can actually decrease the number of times they can attack you per turn. Okay. Good to know when Lilith comes in. Leverage staff debuffs or damage. The game utilizes a strict subtraction-based damage formula. Okay, so raw damage, raw attack minus raw defense equals damage. Because of this math, even small numerical buffs to your attack or debuffs to enemy defense yield massive jumps in your final damage output. Do not ignore attack lowering or defense lowering spells during boss fights. They are mandatory for survival. Okay, that's good to know. Flee at level 1. When you first start the game, the very first random overworld encounters you can and will wipe your party in a single turn. Do not stay and fight immediately. Run from early battles until you reach the closest safe hub or require enough basic... Yep, I learned that the hard way. Break the routine. Use save states or fast forward. If you're playing on an emulator, do not play at standard speed. Experienced retro players classify Nometsu as one of the grindiest 16-bit RPGs ever made. Ever made! Did you guys hear that? This is classified as one of the most grindiest games ever made, requiring you to grind 4 to 5 times longer than you actually advance the story. Activating a fast forward toggle for battles and using save states before risky dungeon hallways will save you dozens of hours of repetitive frustration. You're currently grinding for a specific boss fight, or you're trying to build up a newly recruited character. Let's see. The programming behind the game is incredibly primitive. Counter rate is tied to the static step count random RNG roll that does not look at your party stats or your location's danger level. Okay, yes. Yeah, this is one of the grindiest games that has ever been made on the 16-bit platform. So we just found that out. Okay, well that's not good. Okay. Well, I don't see any. Let's see. I actually came across like the Sky Amulet quite a ways back. I wonder if that will do anything. Hold on. What does the Sky Amulet do? I came across that in a town or two back, but I think the shopkeeper isn't there anymore. The main purpose of the Sky Amulet is to activate the warp mechanism or event that allows your party to travel to the floating sky world. Just like the mouse whistle earlier in the game, you cannot bypass the environmental roadblock to access the final dungeons or advance the narrative towards the final strategy. Okay. Yeah, so the main thing I got out of all of that is that this is considered one of the grindiest games in the 16-bit era. One of them. So that means there are others out there. Maybe they're Super Nintendo. I don't know. But Super Nintendo was more famous for RPGs, so we probably won't have to come across it as much as in the Sega library. But still, that's not comforting. So what that means is that we gotta grind. I'm sorry. I don't see any other way out of there. Is that we have to grind. I mean, oh, there's the mountain pass and stuff that they were just talking about, I think. Oh, the dwarves are here. Well, might as well explore this area, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say it, I still have to beat this game. It's still a requirement. Let's see, there's one more question I want to ask the Google thing really quick. Well, I saw something in the playthrough of a Wake that I am curious about. Let's see. Okay, to summon monster part. Well, I saw in Wake's or Where, I forgot what his name was on YouTube. He summoned party members to his side. I wonder how he did that. Okay, to summon monster party members, known in-game as Nakama or companion demons, you must use a key mechanic called the Magic Gate. Once you have successfully subdued or formed a contract with a monster, such as the early game slimes or mid-game nightmares, you can use the Magic Gate system to pull them into your active battle roster. The hard cap of 2 summons. Your active party has a strict mechanical ceiling. You can only summon a maximum of 2 monster companions at any time. Your party composition will generally consist of your fixed main human characters, like Alnus and Phyllis, filling out the core slots, with the remaining slots filled by your chosen summons. The brutal permadeath bench rule. The absolute most dangerous aspect of the summoning system is how the game handles bench monsters. If you send a summoned monster to the bench reserved to make room for a new summon, you permanently lose the ability to lose that bench monster for the rest of the game. There is no storage, a PC, or a passive demon registry where monsters sit safely. Replacing a monster means completely abandoning all the time, experience, and grinding you invested into them. They have terrible defensive scaling. While summoned monsters can offer helpful utility, they suffer from a massive flaw. Terrible equipment options. Many powerful-looking summons cannot wear standard human armor. Because of the game's strict subtraction-based damage formula, A monster with weak baseline defense will easily be obliterated. One shot killed by later game physical enemies. For instance, minigame summons like the Nightmare have such low base defense that standard physical enemies will instantly execute them if you don't babysit them with defensive buffs. Pro tip, because of the permanent loss rule, do not swap out a reliable monster companion early. That's because you found a cool looking new one. Stick with a small dedicated pool of summons that you are willing to spend hours grinding up on, or rely heavily on your human spellcasters who can scale naturally with body shot bot armor. Okay. Alright, well that's good to know. I'm glad there was a slime I saw earlier that wanted to be my companion through a magic gate. Okay. That wanted to be with me. See, sorry, I'm not getting my thoughts straight. But yeah, there was a slime that came with me, but unfortunately, one of the things with the companion system is that you can only carry 2 summons at a time, so I don't think carrying that slime around is a good idea. I'm learning more about this game. Oh, crap. Darn it. I was hoping that I'd be able to run away from all this crap, but apparently not. Okay, I'm gonna have to load state it probably. Alright. Well, apparently there's a dungeon there, so that's a start. I'm probably guessing that's where the monsters that they were mentioning in the village. So I'm probably guessing that's my next objective. So I got to take out that monster in that tower there. Unfortunately, let's see, what is the... Oh, this is another entrance? Oh, slimes now? Oh, crap, and Misty can't stand up to them. Darn it. This is absolutely torture. Oh, sheesh. This game, it sounds doable. It just doesn't sound fun. Yeah, that's actually a good way to describe it. It's doable for sure, but the amount of grinding and stuff can just drive somebody up the wall, I think. If this keeps up, this will probably be the worst game I think I've ever played on my channel thus far. I think it might actually start becoming worse than Star Trek and Wolverine at this point. Just this game is so incredibly broken. Yep. The only solution, grinding. That's it. Yep. Go into any direction, I get wiped. So there's no point. Well, the good news is that the slimes give off 10 experience each, but that's not much. So, all right, let's head back. Let's head back to the previous city, apparently, because. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. I'm not having fun. Yep, I know. I'm not having fun. I know you guys aren't having fun. Let's see. Well, I'm considering something. Is that, I wonder if I should do another game at the same time. Like, I know you're supposed to dedicate all your time and stuff towards the game before it's completed, but the thing is, though, is that this is going to take forever. So I'm considering for the first time, like, what I can probably do is that, I can probably add the timers, together. So, like, the total time and stuff, you would think that I would, like, goof up the time and stuff, well, you know, since I'm going between, like, games 26 and 27 and stuff. yeah, so I'm considering, though. I don't know whether I'm going to do it or not. But like, I think in order to keep the flow going, I wonder if I should play another game with this at the same time. So that way to keep the flow going, and then I can kind of finish this up, just kind of switch back and forth between the games and stuff. I'm considering it at the moment. The thing is, though, is that the game's not technically beat yet, so I got to think about how to add the timers together and stuff, but I'll think about it. Because I think since this is one of the grindiest games on the 16-bit era, we might have to do something to get some flow going, but I don't know. I'll think about it. This is nuts. The experiences and stuff is just going up higher and higher and stuff. Let's see. Trying to find a way to speed it up a little bit. With everything I've got right here, all the tools I have, I don't think I can do it. Have I really been playing for 6 hours? Well, this is the third streaming session, yes. So I've been playing this game for 6 hours, yes. So, like, I think I played it for about an hour during my first session, and then I played it for about 3 hours yesterday, I think, and then this one I'll probably play for about 3 hours. Yep, welcome to the grindiest RPG on the 16-bit era, or one of them at least. Come on, hit him. Okay, you got it. Help, Okay, so I'm probably not going to skip games. I was thinking about it a little bit. Because I don't want to mess up the timers and stuff, and I got to commit to it. It's part of why I chose this project, so I am going to commit to it, but this is kind of the thing I recommend is that, well, I'm going to do this for myself, so that way I don't get bored out of my mind, and I kind of encourage you to do the same. Is that because this is the grindiest game on the 16-bit era, you're probably already doing this, but it might be good to have some kind of background thing going. Like, I don't know, you can watch some kind of TV show. I'm sure you already are, especially with this already being an RPG. So I think that's what I'm going to do, so that way to get through the hours and stuff of like grinding and stuff. Because it's just going to keep doing this. I just know it is. So every time I level up, I'll probably check and see if I can go into that mountain and try and see if I can find that monster. But yeah, this is going to be a very religious thing until then. Like, I thought that maybe we can get to some place, we can progress a little bit. Okay, great, we can go up to the next boss, but it's just unrelenting grinding the entire time. 95% of this game has effectively been grinding. So yeah, it's going to drive me nuts, it's going to drive you nuts, but it doesn't quite hit my rule 7. Is that, well, with rule 7 with dropping games, is that there has to be like something that, like a brick wall or something that keeps me from progressing. This isn't exactly a brick wall. It's just a really, 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 really slow mountain climb. So I can't really consider it in part of Rule 7 and dropping the game. I have to go through it. But, yeah. So, probably at this point, I recommend to everybody just kind of like settle in. And, yeah, while I'm playing through this game, it's just going to be that bad. And I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Yeah, it's gonna It's going to be like this for a lot of the ways. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm probably going to get my phone and stuff, so that way I can watch something kind of in the background while I do this and stuff. And of course you guys can still talk to me. I'll keep an eye on the stream chat and stuff. But yeah, just to let you know, because this game is just way too grindy for its own good, I'm just recommending this for everybody along with myself. We are going to be settled in for a while, and we're going to need something to entertain us, because this is going to drive everybody crazy. Let's see, I should attack the dwarf next, I guess. At least the skeletons are going down pretty much. Okay. Alright, good. Okay, that got taken care of. Okay. Alright. So, yep, that's what I'm going to do. So, that's the game plan, guys. Get buckled in. Where's my phone and stuff? Okay. I guess I'll have to work with that here in a second. So it happens that my apps and stuff aren't working as they're supposed to. Let's see, there's one more thing I want to look up. Okay. Oh, sheesh. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking about doing something here. Just mainly because this is starting to become an issue. Is that, you see, here's the problem though, is that the flow is starting to come down to almost like if it was just a once or twice or grinding thing, like fine, I'll be okay with that, and I can probably tolerate like probably up to 6 hours or maybe 8 hours of grinding and stuff. But this is gonna take too long, so. Okay. Yeah, this is going to take entirely too long. Like, doing 40... Like, I looked it up. Doing a basic playthrough... Yeah, X-Sanity's on the right trail. Is that it's probably going to take about 20 to 30 hours to beat. But that is for if you happen to know what you're doing throughout the whole game. I'm actually looking up. It can take anywhere from 40 to 50 hours if you... Just with the grinding alone. I don't think that anybody wants to watch that much amount of grinding, so I'm gonna break one of my rules. I'm either gonna break one of two rules here because I don't want this to drag on for like 40 to 50 hours and stuff. And so I'm either gonna do one of two things. Is that one? I'm gonna use cheat codes. I'm going to get my main character up to level 99 and stuff with the max level thing. Save it until last or near to last. That's another option. Okay, so that gives me 3 options. One, I can use a cheat code in order to get the experience to go by a lot faster. Option number 2, I can drop the game. The main reason I'm considering dropping it is because it's going to take 40 to 50 hours, which is going to be absolutely brutal. Or, yeah, maybe I could save it towards, like, one of the later ones, I guess. Let's see. See what the cheat codes are first, because, well, the only thing I want to do is just speed this up. Like, think about this for a second. Let me tell you about my theory. Is that grinding and stuff in video games, the only difference that you're losing is time. So, if you use a cheat code and stuff in order to speed up the grinding process, you're not technically cheating, you're speeding up time, right? So with that theory, I wonder if I can use a cheat code in order to level up a whole lot quicker. Like, I don't know if there will be multipliers or anything. Sometsu, let's see, okay, so let's see. Sometsu, yep, Sometsu, let's see. Oh, let me look at the cheat codes here. Let's look at options here. Because, yeah, this is going to get crazy and stuff with the amount of grinding here and stuff. And it's gonna drive everybody up the wall. Okay, I'm looking at options here, so okay, so let's do this. Okay, I think I figured out what to do. So I gave it a lot of thought and stuff, and I was hoping there would be like cheat codes and stuff to help me out, at which there probably is, but I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna put this game back. I'm gonna put this game back into the randomizer wheel. So I'm going to take X Sanity's suggestion to an extent, is that he said probably put this towards the back of the thing. So here's what I'm probably going to do, is that I'll probably take this game in shifts rather than just take the whole thing on once. So let's do this, is that I'm going to put it back into the randomizer wheel. Every time I hit this game again, I am going to play 6 hours of it, and then I'm going to put it back into the randomizer. So that way we can do it kind of like in chunks and stuff rather than doing the whole thing at once. So I'll keep my progress. I'll still keep everything here that's going on. And I'll keep the timer up to date as it is. But that's what I'm going to do, is that every time I come across this game, I'm going to put in 6 hours into it. Every time I land onto it with the randomizer wheel until it gets done. So that way we're dishing this out in like 6 hour chunks and stuff, or rather than just do the whole 50 hours of things at once. So So that's the deal and stuff. Because this game isn't going to actually be complete, this will not be game number 26. So I'm just going to throw this back into the pot, and I'll probably consider it the game number when it's completed. So this will not be game number 26 any longer. So this game's going back. So this game will get done eventually. I do want to do it authentically, and I still have to do it, like with beating the Sega Genesis game. And it doesn't really violate my Rule 7 exactly. What was that? My Rule 7 is that if it becomes impossible, if there's a brick wall there, or something that keeps me from reaching the end, then sure, I'll use Rule 7 like I did with game number 15. But this is not a brick wall. You're still making progress, but you're just making really, really tiny, minuscule, slow progress. So that's what I'll do from now on with the RPGs, is that so as not to take the whole chunk at once and to not drive you guys like crazy and stuff like over time. So that's what I'll do, is I'll pick this up in 6-hour chunks. And I'll keep the timers and stuff saved, so that way I can plug it back in when it comes to the game. The total time will still be the same when I transfer over to the next game. Just the only difference is that I'll keep the file. I got it recorded, so that way we can keep it up and stuff. So, yep. Okay, so I finally figured out what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's take it in spurts. So I'll put it back into the randomizer wheel, and if I come across it again, then I'll put another 6 hours into it if I happen to stumble into it. And then that way we can keep on juggling games, keep on making progress, and that way I'm not boring myself to death. I'm not boring you guys to death. So, alright, let's throw this game back into the randomizer. Let's stop it. We've hit our 6-hour mark. I think that's a good place to stop. Every time I come across it, let's do it for every 6 hours. So because of that, this is not going to be game number 26 anymore, because I'm not finishing it. So this is technically not game number 26 anymore. So I'm going to throw it back into the pile, and then we'll have another game number 26. Okay, so let's see. So it's Maiden, no Sometsu. Okay. Who knows? Maybe I might do this with game number 15 as well. Maybe complete it someday too. But I don't know. We'll see what happens when it comes to that far. So, okay, so it's done. So that's the official thing that I'm going to be doing is when it comes to huge games like this one, like with RPGs and stuff, if the game time happens to be like, if the progress just happens to be at a minuscule, just really, really slow like this, then I'll put in 6 hours into it, and then we'll continue it from later on. So, alright, so that's officially done. This is not game number 26 anymore. Alright, so let's throw it back into the bin. Let me see. Let's bring up the randomized wheel. This is what I was looking at. Like, I was looking at cheat codes and stuff, but because it's a Japanese game and stuff, I don't know if I want to risk it, especially with the English translation. I don't know what it will do to the file. So let's not do that. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring my let's get my wheel back up. Okay, give me 1 sec. Okay, all right. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's bring it up. Let's see. I don't care about that. Okay. Alright, so for the time being, Maiden no Sometsu is shelved. It is shelved. It is not finished. It is not started. So I'll pick this back up when we come across it next. Okay. So next, let's start to pick our game and stuff. So that way we can get the flow going and just kind of keep it going and stuff. So. Alright, so let's randomize. Let's pick out our new number 26. And then we will come back to this later. I'll shelve it, and then, yep, we'll let's see what we get. Well, I'm not really sure what that is and stuff. Instrument of Chaos starring young Indiana Jones. Sure. Well, we'll go with that. I need to like write this down really quick. Okay. Instruments of Chaos, starring Indiana Jones. Okay. Okay, there is one more thing I gotta do before I take this off. I gotta put this back into the randomizer wheel. So let's see, it was Maton. Let's see, so Maton, so it would be about right. Okay, so let's put Maton no Sometsu back into the. Put that back into the wheel, so that way we can come across it later. Okay. Alright, perfect. Okay. Alright, and game number 26. This is not game 26 anymore. We'll shelve it. Let's see. I want to put like a permanent thing here, like a piece of paper right here so I don't forget it. And it kind of keeps the track of the progress and stuff. Then Maton, no. Matthew. And I'll probably put the timers just in case. First attempt is 6 hours. 6:29, so I can remember it when I put it back into it. So 45.54. Okay. Okay, and then we can shelve this game. Okay, we're good. So, alright, that takes care of that, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. We can actually play something else. Okay. Alright, that's it. This game's done, so let's get everything cleaned up here. First thing is the timers, okay. And then the timers will stay where they're at, okay. So especially the total time. All right. And I'll probably have to add that as part of the rules too, but that's okay. I'd rather have a rule like this rather than something bad happening, okay. Okay, alright. Alright, game counter will not change because this is not considered a finished game, so I can leave that alone. So what was it? I have a big title, so it was starring young Indiana Jones. That's right. Okay. Crap, that's even too big for that, isn't it? other size. Let's see if that works. Okay. Is that pretty good? Let's see. I think it might be a little bit too close to the number. Okay. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Okay. So, shelved, okay. Alright, and then we can start to switch games from here, okay? Alright, Maiden. Okay, so Maiden's back in there. No Sumetsu? Good. Okay, so that game will come up again. That's the good news. Okay. Alright, we're all set. Let's change the game. I gotta change the title around. And let's do it. Let's switch to another game. Let's go to... Chaos? It's still game number 26. Okay, so we'll keep that there. Okay, perfect. Alright, it's been updated. Okay, we can start playing. Alright, so that's my policy from now on. If a game is like slowing to an absolute crawl like this one, then my rule is that we'll shelve it for every 6 hours, and then we'll come back to it later. When it comes up in the randomizer wheel again. So, yep. Okay, so let's... Wait, I gotta put this into a permanent save state. Hold on one second. So instead of like the usual save states like 1, 2, and 3 that I usually do, let's put this one into a permanent save state. So let's put this one into Maiden no Sumetsu. Shelved game. Okay. So that way we can just come straight back over here. So, and the save file doesn't really work for this game either. So, alright, so it's been shelved. Okay, it's been put into a save state. So permanent save state. So we can come back to it later. Alright, so we can keep that one for now, for good now, okay? Alright, and now let's play this Indiana Jones game, pretty much. What's it called? Can't forget it yet. Instruments of Chaos, I think. Give me 1 second. I noticed something. Okay. Well, to be honest, I'd rather take anything rather than Matt knows Sumetsu at the moment. So, give me 1 second here. Just making proper adjustments here. Alright, perfect. Got that sorted out. Okay. So keeping the total time in it. Alright, there we go. Total time is still there. Okay. So this will be the new game number 26 for the time being. Okay, through the options, I can make the lives go up as high as I want to. That's fine. Through the rules. Difficulty normal. Yeah, I gotta leave it on normal. Why is there a mouse there? Yeah, alright. So, alright, let's get started. Let's go for it. And then, I just pretty much, I just hope that this rule and stuff saves all of our lives, especially with grinding being that terrible. Indy, listen closely. We don't have much time. Recently, our French agents intercepted several short-wave radio transmissions originating in Germany. We've learned that enemy spies have been sent with instructions to buy the finest military weapons technologies from scientists around the world. You must reach each country's meeting spot before the technology sale takes place. The spy in each country must be stopped, or Germany's war machine may grow too powerful for the world to overcome. Your orders will be confirmed by teletype. May you be able to do what others have not. Okay. Well, already it's giving me like 5 different locations to go to. Yeah, start with the leftmost one, I guess. The energy from obtaining the flamethrower technology, your friend and confidant, Ian. Indy, you must stop the scientists from obtaining the flamethrower technology. Bomb the bridge gearbox and defeat the axe-wielding goon to make your way to Big Ben. What, am I going back in time or something? So I got a gun, got a whip, okay. Holy crap, this is like Castlevania 4 right here. You can whip every which way. Oh yeesh, that was a grenade? Okay. Holy crap, what was that? Oh, that was like some kind of bird? Holy crap. That's not fair. What the crap is that? What am I supposed to do? Like whip you or something? What? Already I'm playing like 2 minutes into this game and I'm already confused as all heck. Oh, am I supposed to like whip or something? I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to climb this thing or something? What? Well, I got a ton of health, but still. What am I supposed to do? Okay, well, apparently, well, I'm probably guessing there's some kind of control scheme I'm not aware of, I guess. So, hold on one second. Let's restart this. Let's find out the area I'm in. And I gotta look up what to do. Okay, so I'm in England. Let me look up what I'm supposed to do. Eesh, I can't even go like 5 steps and stuff without getting attacked by everything. Okay, let's look up what to do. I think there's some kind of control scheme or something I'm not aware of. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. All right. I'm playing. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking up how to play this game. Chaos, starring Indiana Jones. Very first part of the English stage. You must destroy the 2 motorized gearboxes operating the tower bridge. The game does not explicitly tell you this, which causes many players to get stuck running back and forth while dodging construction hazards. So you gotta locate the gearboxes. As you advance across the bridge, look for mechanical box structures attached to the bridge architecture. Use grenades. Standard whip attacks won't work. Stand close to the machinery and toss your grenades directly at them to blow them up. Destroy both units. Okay. Okay, good to know. Okay, so I'm glad that I looked it up because I wouldn't have been able to figure that out. And of course it's Sega, so it doesn't tell you. Okay, so it says that there's some kind of gearboxes here. It says that there's some kind of gearboxes around. It says there's a couple of them I gotta look out for in order to try and lower the bridge. That's great and stuff, but I don't exactly see the gearboxes. The only thing I see is up there. Oh, do I have to use my whip up there? Oh, you bastard. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Holy crap, how are you supposed to kill the stupid bird though? I don't think this bird can get killed. Okay. Not a good start. Okay, that's nice. Can I get up there now? Gosh! Gosh, this is bad. Why is every single game I'm playing shit? I'm sorry. Like, just give me a nice, decent game and stuff for once. Oh great, now you can get struck by lightning too. Holy crap. I just got struck by lightning twice in a row. Holy crap. I didn't manage to scare the bird away? Only hurt me a little bit. Darn it. Oh. Well, at least the good news is, like compared to Madden, is that this one's at least manageable. It's like every other game out there, but still. I can tell it's not the most friendliest of controls and stuff. Oh my gosh, why are you dropping? Stop dropping. Oh my gosh, are you... Can I please just get up on the ledge, please? Is that too much to ask? There's even a time limit in the top right corner. Darn it. At least the whip got him. Gosh. This is not a good game. Why can't I just for once and stuff get a good game? Well, you're definitely right about the old licensed games being crap. Actually, licensed games were pretty good back then. Like, Lion King was hard, but at least it was functional. Yeah, whip him, okay. Like crap, why just with the lightning? Okay, I get it. Stop hitting me. Okay. Well, at least it's something... I don't think the time limit responds either, does it? Darn it. Just for once, I want a functional game. At least this is better than baiting for sure. Well, what's going on here is that a stupid bird won't stop harassing me, and then every time I put my whip away, it attacks me, okay? That stupid construction worker, because they... Gosh. Oh, holy crap. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Darn it, I was hoping you'd use the whip to catch myself, but that didn't work either. I don't know how to fight those guys. I think I'm going to call it here in about 10 minutes. Not because I'm frustrated with the game, but because I've hit my my 3-hour quota. So, I'm just glad that something's happening rather than with maintenance. So, pretty much like it going to the lowest and low of standards and stuff. You pretty much want anything, even if it is a frustrating game. It's not a good game from what I'm observing, but at least it's something that's not maintenance. I think I might have to give Maiden like a 0.5 or something out of 10 or something. I don't know. Okay. Go away, bird. Hey, what? Stop hitting me! Oh my gosh! I just like jump right... Maybe I should just like jump right across or something. Alright, I guess, do I slide down or something? What? It says something about destroying the 2 gears, pretty much. Okay, men at work. What do I do? Oh, do I go down here? Can I go down? Whoa, what was that? Another bird? Are you kidding me? Okay, can I jump down? What? Leave me alone, you stupid bird! Holy crap! Are you done? How do I jump down a level? Oh, well, okay. Ended up on the wrong side of the sign, though. Anyway, why can't you just be like other games? That'd be great. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? How much more are you going to do to piss me off? Quite a bit, actually. Game is not taking prisoners. Come on. Yeesh, I might have to watch a game through playthrough of this just to know how this stinking part works. And that bird's back too. Thank you, I know I'm pretty much dead. Oh, yeesh, got a lot of health in this game for sure. Alright, another 5 minutes and then I think I'm going to call it for the night. Are you just gonna... Can I please just get to that, please? Gosh, how do I... This game's fun, guys. I mean that in the most sarcastic way possible. That's all I need to do is... Get down there, buddy. This game likes me. It likes me. All these games I go through, they like me. Ooh. Can't believe they gave you 2 health bars and stuff throughout this whole thing. Alright, I think I'm close to pretty much calling it for tonight. Not because I don't want to keep on playing and stuff, but I think I've hit my limit in general and stuff. Usually about 3 hours and stuff is usually pretty good for Sega games and stuff per night. So, and besides and stuff, this game is pretty much another can of worms in itself. Thankfully, it's not like Maiden, but still, this isn't exactly the biggest improvement ever. Yeah, alright. So, we'll call it there. We're good. Okay. We'll set the timers down. Okay. And we'll have to deal with this bozo of a game and stuff when I return. So, at least it's not Maiden. Still. So pretty much what we picked up from the stream is that Maiden is indeed the grindiest game of the 16-bit era and probably the most grindiest game I've ever come across in my life. There's definitely no doubt about that in my mind whatsoever. Nothing else comes even close to it. Is that you got to spend 45 hours for grinding just to go from one area to the next. And that pretty much tells you all you need to know about the game. And explains why it's going to take about 40 or 50 hours in order to get through this stinking doggone thing. But yeah, we'll definitely have to come back to it later. It's shelved. Rule 7 does not apply to it because it is not a brick wall. I only apply dropping games to games that have brick walls. Games where you make no progress or there's no chance of me succeeding. That's not one of those, unfortunately. It's to crawl, but it's still progress. So I can't apply my Rule 7 and drop the game. I still got to beat it, unfortunately. But I think that the best middle ground that I can go with is just shelve it. Just every time I come across a really slow progressive game or something like that, I'll play it for 6 hours, and then I'll shelve it. And then if it gets picked again with the randomizer, I'll put another 6 hours into it. And thankfully, it'll be towards the end of the marathon that I'll probably get it done. Probably, which is good. So that'll be a long road ahead of us. But as for this game, the game that I got picked after, it's not so good either. Like, as you saw for yourself, those birds are harassing me. It's kind of hard to get to places. I don't really know where to go. It doesn't really explain mechanics. So it's not exactly a bonus either with what I'm getting, but hey, it's something other than Maiden, so I guess there's something there, I suppose. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out, but there's something there, I guess. So thanks for joining me in the comments. Everybody who joined me, like Joseph, Xanity, Scorpion, I think there was Teddy at one point. Thank you for joining, and I think Mega was in here for a comment or two, so thanks for joining me with that. Thanks for... and all the viewers out there, like anybody who's watching, thanks for dropping by. And I apologize just with doing the whole 6 hours of grinding with that last game. Because it is a ruthless one. Even though that it isn't my fault and that it is the game's fault for being designed that way. Regardless, I put on a stream that was boring for 6 hours for you guys, so I apologize for putting you through with all that. I'm glad that I did come up with the new rules so I can become more manageable for everybody. Just kind of keep the flow going. So that's it for today. That's it for this stream. So thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you in the next one. And then we'll continue on with this game. It's tedious, but it is doable, so we will be able to work with it. So you guys have a great night. I will see you when I come up with the stream next. So I'll see you guys later.